Well, on behalf of Dr. Andre and Pastor Jenny Raybert, welcome to another exciting episode of Behind the Faith. I'm not alone. I'm with two amazing, incredible, beautiful people who are just merely reflections of how incredible I am. Ladies, how are you guys doing today?
Really good. It's almost as though we could say welcome back Monday because he wasn't here the last time, but it's really good to be here today. And it's also good to have you join us today. We're so excited. This is the day that God has made, and we're sure going to rejoice and be glad in it and find out what's happening in the Faith family of networks.
That's right, Tando. Shante, it's good to be back. Me, of course, as well. I enjoy being back. How are you doing today?
I'm doing super good. But you know what? We just are so happy to be in your homes as well. We are here for another faithful show of Behind the Faith. And join us, have fun, and remember to interact with us on all our social media platforms. We love to hear from you.
You know, Shante, at this point, you've got to figure out which show you're on because you're like, wait, am I on the next? Am I faith worship? Because you guys are like everywhere. But, you know, Tando, talking about it everywhere, so much stuff is happening, so many platforms. And, you know, that's why Shante sometimes is like, where am I? I'm not sure which program I'm on.
Look, everything that is happening in and around the network is always exciting, and I think that's the thing. The thread is the same, that it's all about the goodness of God. It's all about the faithfulness of God. It's about us really exercising our faith in everything that we do. It's really exciting, and it's been so good hearing from you. Talk to us and share with us all that God has been doing through the emails. I've seen the emails. I've seen the testimonies, okay? It's so good hearing, because a lot of you would email partner@myfaithtv.com saying, hey, this is my testimony, this is what God has done for me. And of course, you guys read them out every single Friday and every other time in between on our social media platforms, myfaith.tv on Facebook, or the handle @myfaithtv on Instagram. You guys have been sharing how everything that's happening has been a blessing to you, and all the beautiful pictures and beautiful partners that are coming onto the website myfaith.tv. It's really good to have you come on board with us. It's always exciting. It's always a feast.
You know, everything is absolutely exciting and incredible because what we're doing is a constant moving thing that's reaching so many people, Shante, and that's the idea, to get as many people to hear the word of God.
That is so true. We are all this global community, this global family, not because we're from the same denomination or from the same church, but because we're all children of God, and it's so important for us to fellowship. So we have all these platforms available, all these ways where we can communicate. So just press in, just join us and be a partaker of what God is doing in this time at this place. But speaking about that, I know you and Tando had an awesome time up on the mountain at Windy Ridge. Let's go and check out and see what they've been up to.
We are in the Amatola district of the Eastern Cape, 1,280 meters above sea level. We are at Windy Ridge, which is about 100 kilometers, 60 to 100 kilometers outside of Buffalo City.
Yeah.
We're excited. It's great to be here, Tando.
It's actually really amazing for me. I think it's incredible seeing, physically beholding where it all started. I mean, it started back in the day when it was all analog, and now we've got not only digital but online.
Yeah, that's right, Tando. We are right here where it all began. Faith Terrestrial began in the 1980s. Now you have to understand, this was the first Christian television station on the continent of Africa, reaching into the nations of the world. And it's been such a privilege to be a part of this incredible vision, Tando, considering that we're standing here today, but yet at the same time, there's the Faith Dome.
I mean, it's actually incredible to think that this all began. I mean, this very tall, 120 meter long tower, it all began in the late 1980s up until where we are now in 2021, seeing the vision of the dome, and it's all for the glory of God. I'm just in awe.
You know, Tanda, the incredible thing, and most viewers may not be aware of this, you know, in South Africa, there's the whole digital migration process.
Yes.
And with the beauty of the digital migration process is that there are still people receiving signal from our analog towers on the UHF frequencies around in the Eastern Cape. But of course, with the digital migration process and even the announcement of President Cyril Ramaphosa that in 2022, in March, the complete shut-off of analog is going to be taking place, and then we're going to move into a complete digital space on satellite television. But terrestrial is a part of that move, Tando. And I want to let you know, each and every single of you partners, you've been a part of this incredible journey of what we've been doing right here at the Faith Family of Networks. I want to encourage you, stay tuned and be a part of what we're doing. Be a part of this vision. Continue to pray in the fullness of what God is doing, not just here in the Eastern Cape with terrestrial, but around the entire world. This is where it all began, ladies and gentlemen. Think about it. This is the old sky, and it used to beam into the Transkei and even spread out throughout more of the Buffalo City areas and around and surrounding areas. And what a blessing it's been to be a part of this vision. You know, Tando, I just think of Uncle Bernard Ray with Dr. Andre's dad, and what an incredible man. You know, you've gotten to spend some time with him. You got to talk to him a bit. I've gotten to talk to him before. You know, he went home to be with the Lord. But how incredible was he, you know, with his heart for people?
I mean, that's really the legacy of faith, because this is somebody who just joined forces to make sure the word of God is spread out to people who would otherwise have never been reached with the gospel. I mean, driving to this area, we saw a lot of rural communities, a lot of areas that, you know, otherwise would have never heard the gospel or received the gospel of Jesus. But the same heart that he had, the same heart that began Faith Terrestrial, the same heart that founded all of this in the late 80s, is the same heart that you and I can carry.
That's right.
You can carry at home in ensuring that people are reached with the gospel. Now, it's a bit different for us because we don't have to be founders of an entire network, but we're supporting. We're here, we're partnering with what's going on, and I love that you get to be a part of that as well, where you're like, okay, I'm home, I don't know anything technical maybe, or I do know some technical stuff, but this is not quite, you know, up my alley. But you can send, you can support the network in making sure that the gospel does go out with every single seed, with every prayer, with every encouragement, with even sharing with people about the vision of what's going on. It's the same heart of God that prevails, a heart to reach people with the gospel of Jesus up until the ends of the earth.
That's right, Tando. And we're not just honoring pioneers who've done this, we're honoring each and every single one of you who are still pushing through, the team that works behind the scenes at the Faith Family of Networks, each and every single you faith ambassadors who are connecting with people on social media platforms, and every single person that is a part of this great vision. I want to honor you and thank you right now. And now from 1,200 meters above sea level in the Amatola district, just outside Buffalo City. Cheers.
What an amazing time up at the mountain at Windy Ridge. And I tell you, it's so amazing to see the journey of Faith TV throughout all the years and what God has entrusted to us as a network.
I know, and to think about where it all came from, where it started, and I mean, Bande and Tando just had such an amazing time up there. I mean, next time I hope they let us go up there, hey? I want to climb up to the top.
Yes, Bande and Tando, I mean, let's just do this plug quickly. Please make sure that we go up there with you. We know that you don't want to climb that 110-meter tower, so I would gladly do that. In fact, I've been up there a few times. And you know, that's what we do as Faith TV, to get the signal, the gospel of Jesus Christ to you all around the nations of the world. And you know what? Talking about Faith TV and talking about faith in general, the Faith Dome, it's been such an amazing journey. And I know that I actually had an interview with Josiah Malan. So, babe, do you want to tell us a little bit about that?
So it's so awesome following these amazing stories from people who have actually grown up in this ministry, hearing how they feel about how this vision is unfolding, the faith journey that started and is now developing in them. It's so amazing. Check this out. What an awesome story.
And straight after that, an awesome interview with Pastor Carl Davis from Faith Cares. I tell you, what a blessing to once again see what we're doing as a ministry and helping our not only immediate environment, but being a blessing to all of South Africa as Faith Cares. So check this out. Well, Faith family, we are right here in the Faith Dome in Buffalo City. And I tell you what, it has been such an amazing journey. And I'm right here with Josiah Malan. Josiah, you were here in the beginning, in fact. You know, I want you to greet our viewers and greet all of our, not only viewers, but our partners, our family, our faith family across the nations of the world.
That's right. Well, a very good day to everyone that's watching.
Yeah.
And like Jade said, I grew up here.
Yeah.
I grew up in this,
Come on.
basically in the Dome.
Beautiful.
I mean, my dad joined the ministry in 1998.
Please
and-
tell them who your dad is, because maybe someone that's just jumping online right now, or jumping on for the first time, thinking, who is Josiah Malan's dad?
Well, my dad is Dr. Waldo Malan. You might have seen him on the
Yeah.
Faith Today shows or anything.
Yeah.
He plays the keyboard. And he joined in 1998 where the call of God went out, and he
Come on.
responded along with my mother. And they moved down to East London, and I've grown up in the offices that we have here. I used to run around, ride
Yeah.
my skateboard, annoy everyone in the office.
Yeah, including me.
Including Jade. And I basically grew up here, and
Yeah.
this place to me feels like home.
Come on.
It just feels like home, and when I come in here, it's mesmerizing to actually just see
Yeah.
the vision coming into fulfillment.
That's beautiful. You know, as you said it, you know, there's no place like home. If it feels like home, there's no place like
That's
home.
right.
You know, and it's our privilege and honor to come to you live, you know, wherever it is that you're watching from today. But here's the thing, Josiah, you tell us a little bit, you know, you said riding your skateboard. I mean, in this very great facility, the Faith Dome, you were here before this even existed.
That's
I
right.
mean, what is it? What feelings come to your spirit right now and to your mind at first when someone mentions Faith Dome?
You know, it's weird because I never grasped the vision
Yeah.
that Pastor Andre had.
Yeah.
You know, the Lord revealed the
Yes,
vision to
yes.
him,
Yeah.
and he revealed the vision of
Yeah.
the Great Faith Dome to
Yeah.
Pastor Andre, and I never actually grasped it.
Yes.
Up until I came in here, I had my own encounter.
Come on,
and the
that's
Lord
beautiful.
revealed the vision to me. But I
Yeah.
mean, growing up, you heard the vision of the
Yeah.
Faith Dome, you heard the vision of, you know,
Yeah.
what God wants to do. You know, you walk down the passages, you see the visions, you see the dreams
Yes,
written on the
yes.
walls. And to see that coming to fulfillment is mesmerizing,
Yeah.
like I said. And when you come in the Faith Dome, you experience the presence of
Come on,
God.
beautiful.
I mean, you can even sense it right
Yeah.
now because it's.
I mean,
it's-
that's what I'm just
it's-
taking a
it's-
look around.
It's
I
the
mean-
vision of the Lord that was
Yeah.
revealed, and it's coming into fulfillment. You know, my father and Pastor Andre, they used to lie prostrate in the presence,
Come on.
and the Lord revealed visions to them
Praise God.
about what He wants to do
Yeah.
in and through them and through the ministry here.
yeah.
Back then, it was Revival South Africa.
Yeah.
And to have
That's
grown.
a serious throwback. I
That's
mean.
right,
Yeah.
that's right. And to have grown up in that, to grow up and now see the vision that the Lord gave my father and Pastor Andre and everyone that He gave them, and to be a part of that is an honor. It's not only a privilege, it's an
Yeah.
honor for me, and for the Lord to call me back into this.
Beautiful.
To call me back into that which He wants to do.
Yeah, talking about you, what are you doing right now? I mean, what is it that where do you find yourself right now in your life?
Well, right now as we speak, I'm in my final year of Bible school.
Come on.
The Lord,
You should be more excited than that.
I am so excited,
Yeah.
and I'm excited for where the Lord's going to take me.
Come on,
And
so
I've
good.
already experienced it. This year is still fresh, and I've experienced
2021, the
That's
year of
right.
the local church.
That's right, 2021, and it's still fresh. But I've experienced the Lord so much already,
Come on.
and where He's going to take me, how He's going to use me.
Yeah.
I'm excited for it, and you know, Bible school's coming to an end, and I'm going to step into my calling,
Yeah.
and step into that which the Lord has for me, and just to be used by the Lord. I'm excited to see where the Lord's going to use me.
Come on.
You know, in the Faith Dome,
Yeah.
and to continue the legacy of this ministry.
You know, what comes to mind is that scripture where Paul writes and he says, He who begun a good work in you will bring it to completion. Isn't that amazing that when God begins a good work, think about this. I mean, all those years back as a youngster, you never saw this. You never saw the reality of this. And now we're standing in the reality of the promise of God. You know, if God said it, you've got to believe it, and that settles it.
That's right.
And you know, Josiah, the best thing about it as well, for every partner that's watching right now, whether you're watching right here on the African continent or across the nations or the continents of the continents of the world, we want to tell you that you can still be a part of all that God is doing right here.
That's right.
You say, how? Here's the thing. Get onto our website right now. Go onto our social media pages, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. There are details there as to how you can partner with what God is doing right here. Here's the thing. We are partners. I mean,
right.
we're
We are.
faithful partners of
That's
the
right.
vision. And we want you. You say, I want to also partake. I want to be a part of what God is doing right there in Buffalo City. Get onto our website, myfaith.tv, and give. Be a part of what God is doing. You know, I always say this, put your money where your mouth is.
That's right, that's right. And every single one of you
Yeah.
are a partner.
That's right.
Don't think just because you're not in East London, just
Yeah.
because you're not here, that you're not a part of it. You are a part of the greater vision. If you come here and you see the dreams and the visions and television networks and everything, you're a part of that.
Yeah.
Every single one of you is a part of that. It's a part of the greater vision of not only Faith Broadcasting, but Faith Global, a part of the church, the global church, and we're all a family.
That's right. It's a family. Here's the thing. It's a family, faith family of
That's right.
networks all around the nations of the world, and you are a part of it. In fact, I really feel this right now. We want to say thank you as well.
And in this, in this great faith dome, in the faith family of networks, we have individual families who are actually standing with us, believing with us in prayer, who are lifting us up, lifting the leadership of this ministry up in prayer, lifting every single department up in prayer, lifting the faith dome and the vision thereof up in prayer. And we cannot be more thankful to every single one of you who have partnered with this network, partnered with this ministry, partnered with this vision to see the vision coming to fulfillment. So often we call this place, well, I call it the lighthouse. Because if you look at the location of the faith dome, it's in the location of a lighthouse.
That's right,
And I believe that people are going to come in
Right
here.
on the banks of the
That's
Buffalo
right.
River.
People are going to come in here, be touched, be changed, who are going to go out, spearhead the gospel into regions of the world that you and I wouldn't individually be able to reach.
Come on.
And that's what this place is going to be. And every single one of you that has partnered with this network is a part of that. Is a part of the vision that's going to come into fulfillment and the legacy that's going to be carried out.
That's right.
And we thank you. We cannot thank you enough for your prayers, for your seed, and for just your belief and your faith in this faith family of network.
Beautiful. Yes, Josiah, you should be doing this more often. Well, Josiah, thank you so much for joining me today, right here in Buffalo City, in the Great Faith Dome. It has been my privilege and my honor to stand with legacy. I really believe that's such a key word in this hour that we find ourselves in. This is the next generation, the legacy of faith. And here's the thing, you are a part of that. You are a part of what God is doing in this hour. So get onto our website, get onto our social feeds, myfaith.tv, and be a part of all that God is doing. Signing off right here from Buffalo City, from the Great Faith Dome. We love you. God bless you.
Cheers.
Hi, I'm Carl Davis from Faith Cares, and I want to welcome you to the offices of Faith Cares here under the dome in the beautiful city of Buffalo City here in sunny South Africa. I think all of us will agree that 2020 was not the average year. 2020 was a year full of challenges. All of us have either been affected by COVID-19 in some way, or we have lost a loved one. Our condolences also to you if that has been the case with you and your family. We have also seen so many people being unemployed. We have seen a lot of changes in the socio-economic situation of the world. One of the things that we were planning in 2020 was a lot of other projects. And I wish I could go on telling you about all the different projects that we actually had envisaged. But what we found was at some stage, God was providing more and more partners to support our quest to get out more food parcels to people. And we were at that moment looking at other projects, but all of a sudden we had more money coming in for food parcels. And we thought, well, that is just coincidence. You know how people think. And the wonderful thing, when COVID started here in South Africa, when the lockdown started, then we knew, then we understood God's provision. Because at that very moment that lockdown started in South Africa and people started losing employment, people started to get affected by the coronavirus. At that very moment, we realize why God has given us what He has given us. He's given us enough so that we can go out and make a difference in the lives of so many people. We were blessed in the last year where most people were struggling. We were blessed to hand out around about 40,000 parcels to those in need. We are seeing God's provision every single day still here at Faith Cares. I can just give you some other feedbacks which will blow your mind. Last year we had the idea of putting up water tanks at different venues. And those of you that still remember, about 2 years ago, South Africa, and specifically certain areas here in South Africa, were badly affected by drought. What we did was, we asked you guys, to go into the vision with us, to share the vision with us, and to help us to put up water tanks in different areas. And by God's grace, and because of you, our faithful partners, we were able to set up 32 tanks so far in different venues all over South Africa. There will be, in the next few weeks, few months, we will give you feedback. We will take you to those places. We will show you the impact that those water tanks have made. We are also busy with some great projects. I cannot go into all of this at this stage, but I can tell you, keep your eyes peeled on this channel. We will give you all the feedback. What I can just give you some hint about is that we believe in Faith Cares, not only giving people handouts, but getting people on board with us so that they can make a difference in their own lives, where sustainability is also a very, very big draw card. And that is what I believe is the future for organizations like us doing humanitarian work, not only giving out, but also making a difference in the self-worth of people when they are affected by any type of disease or anything else that happens in this world. May I just thank you again. Thank you from the bottom of our hearts for all of you, our faithful partners, who've made this possible for us to make a difference in so many people's lives. You will never ever know, you will never ever see on this world, on this earth, what effect your donations, your giftings has made with so many people all over this world. We thank you, and until next time, goodbye.
Now that's what I'm talking about, vision upon vision. If it's not the dome, it's the humanitarian aid through Faith Cares. Exciting projects and things that we're involved with right here at the Faith Family of Networks. So much stuff is happening, Tando, and everything is taking place right here. You can get almost anything. We're like a one-stop shop for everything Christian right now.
One-stop faith shop.
And it's really exciting that every single thing is geared at building you up, at building your faith and making sure you pursue all that God has for you. So set your alarm, set a reminder, take a note of these times, Mondays to Fridays at 8 p.m. Central African time. So that's straight after Faith Today. There is Hour of Salvation with Pastor David Ibiyomi, all the way from Nigeria. And let me tell you, also on Saturdays, he's on at 7 p.m. Central African time. You don't want to miss that. And on Sundays at 11 a.m. Central African time is Christ for All Nations with Daniel Kalenda.
Fantastic. And you can catch Faith Today happening from Monday to Thursday at 6 to 8 p.m. Central African time. I've been so blessed by those broadcasts, and I tell you what, we know that you'll be blessed as well.
And then don't forget the next live every Friday night, 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. Central African time. Get your young people on board and get their lives transformed simply by sharing the news with them. We can't wait to see you there.
That's right, and all the live productions are happening. And don't forget, Sunday morning, 9 a.m. with Pastor Kevin and Chantal, Faith Worship, a time for us to gather together as believers. Listen, man, I want to encourage you to be a part of the vision, be a part of the network, be a part of each and every single thing that we do as a ministry. Right here at the Faith Family of Networks, our goal is to build your faith so you can fulfill the call of God on your life. I want to encourage you right now, become a partner, become a part of what we are doing right here as a family and as a network. You can contact us, partner@myfaithtv.com. You can call us, the details on the screen, or you can even go onto our website to join in the movement of what God is doing right here. Well, all the way from Buffalo City, South Africa, we love you guys. God bless you guys, and see you next time.